Pretty is an understatement. Let's get into these gorgeous boho mini twists. I went ahead and broke this video down into sections if you want to skip to a different part you prefer. Now this hair is from Hotbraids, so I will be sure to put all of the specifics in the description, so be sure to check there. And y'all, they offer different hair textures all the way from 3A to 4C, which I absolutely love. And you can purchase these different sample packs so that you can see which texture you would love to get before purchasing the entire bundle. I also went ahead and added a twist to each one of the samples so you guys can get an idea of what the twist would look like. Of course, you can definitely change it up based on like the sizing, the length, and all of that, but this is just to give you guys an idea and help you with matching it up to your exact hair type, texture, or just like very close if that is what you are preferring. Because my hair is like 4A, 4B, I went with that texture, and then what came with it was a bunch of different things for styling, such as a scarf, edge brush, clips, and then this bag, which is very helpful for taking all your things to the appointment. Now let's get into the install. This is very simple to do yourself. I went with the stylist because I was pressed for time. However, at the end of this video, I show you how I basically reinstall as like a refresh my own mini twist, so that you can either see how to do a refresh on your own, or if you want to just DIY this entire style, you certainly can, and I'll show you that at the end. So if you want to skip to that part, by all means. Putting this in, the stylist decided to do a couple of different pieces. So she went in with like 3 different pieces. This is basically just to kind of build it up, so it's not like a super skinny twist, but this size is perfect. So I'm going to show you this one here, which is without any boho hair. Now this is how she's adding in a boho piece. And by the way, the boho hair that I got is actually not 4A, 4B. It's more of like a type 3 texture. Again, check the description. I'll have the specifics of the exact bundle that I went with, but I did one bundle of the curly boho piece, and then I believe I had 5 bundles of the kinky curly hair here, which is all human hair. So this hair is reusable, and it was very easy for her to separate into different pieces to go ahead and start doing my twist. Now, when the stylist started putting this in, she started with braiding my natural hair, and then she did like 2 rotations of the braid before she added in the kinky curly extension. She fed 1 piece in at a time, did like another 2 rotations, and then fed in another piece. She did this like 3 times before she braided down a little bit and began to split it into 2, where she can start to twist the hair. And when she would twist the hair, she would do like a twist within a twist. So I'm definitely going to show you this near the end when I insert the hair myself, so you can better see what I mean. But yeah, after she twisted down just a little bit, she then added in the first piece of boho hair. For the boho hair, she added 1 piece of hair per twist. And I do want to note, when you guys do it, or if your stylist does this, make sure that the boho hair is twisted deep in there, because you don't want this sliding out, especially with this being twists as opposed to braids, because twists may be a little bit looser, making it a little easier for boho hair to slip out. So after she added in the boho hair, she then added 2 additional pieces of the kinky curly hair to get a nice, beautiful, consistent twist all the way from the root to the ends. And here is a close-up just so you can see like how far she did the braid before it went into the twist. And when I tell you, we both were so giddy as the style was coming to life, because it is so freaking beautiful. I'm not gonna hold you though, this took a while. I think at least about 10 hours or so to do. So if you do this style, especially if you do it yourself, I definitely recommend doing it in parts. Say like you want to start on day 1, which is parting out your hair, and then maybe doing the perimeter and then pulling it up into a ponytail or like a low bun or something, and then the next day go in and finish the rest. Yeah, doing this DIY is just going to take a minute, especially if you're slow like me. So that is why I went to a stylist, so that I can just get this done all in one day. Otherwise this would have probably took me like a week to do. But it is so worth it, because not only are they absolutely beautiful and natural looking and just easy to manage, they last a long time. Okay, you can definitely wear this at least a month or more. And then when she got to the end, all she did was just twist it around. Because of the texture of this hair, it's literally perfect for staying. I kept this in for like over 2 weeks and none of the hair unraveled or anything like that. And for the boho curls, she either added some mousse or some water to help with defining them, making sure they look nice and juicy. And then for some shine, she added a little bit of oil sheen at the end, and then she went in with some scissors to cut off any like little unevenness and strays at the bottom, so that we can get this beautiful final result for these mini boho twists. So now let's get into styling the hair. This hair is super duper lightweight, by the way. I know it may look heavy, but it is incredibly lightweight. And it can be styled in so many different ways. You know, wear it down off to the side, you could do that. Wear it straight back. Here's this cute little scarf that it came with by Hotbraids. And I use that to wear the hair back, to do a cute little ponytail. This was just me playing around, experimenting with it. And at this point, I had these mini twists in for 2 weeks. So mini twists are definitely a style that will last you a long time, and it is said to help you to grow your hair. So as someone who has like short hair, I pretty much had to big chop my hair after getting it damaged through like a bleaching process. This is actually fantastic for something that's like kind of low maintenance. The biggest maintenance with this is just the boho curly hair pieces. If I don't do anything for days on end, they do start to tangle, but it's very easy to basically detangle them with some water and like a curling gel, which I'll get into maintenance in just a second. But I just wanted to share how mini twists are such a great protective style. I mean, you can literally switch it up, have some fun, even try different hair texture, because let's say you are a type 3 girly, you want to match your hair, you have that option. But let's say you also want to try something totally different. You want to try the type 4C hair. You have that option as well. So definitely go ahead and look into all the different hair textures down below. But right now I'm going to go and show you guys a couple different ways to style it for some inspiration before we get into maintenance. Okay, let's get into maintenance. So for my scalp, I love using the Sulfur 8 braid spray to help with my seborrheic dermatitis. So just any flakes, keeping that away. And then you can use a curling product of your choice. I'm using the Main Choice curling cream. This is really like the most effort that you need with this style because of the boho pieces. I really didn't have to use this every day. It was like, I don't know, maybe once a week or something, if that. And then, yeah, just spray some water or just like a shine spray, whatever you want, and then do your edges. And that was literally it in terms of maintenance. So it's a very easy, simple style. All right, let's get into the DIY reinstall. This is great if you want to refresh a couple of pieces or if you want to do this entire style yourself. It is very simple and straightforward. So you want to just go ahead and start with braiding your natural hair and then feed in one piece of the kinky curly hair. So then after that, braid down just a little bit and then you can go ahead and start feeding in another piece. So me, I did it different than the stylist did it. I noticed she fed in like 3 pieces, like starting like almost super close to the root. I have a hard time with being super close to the root, so I think I just added in like 2 pieces, as you can see up here. And then when it's time to start twisting, I split it into 2. And then as you see when I'm twisting, I am like twisting within a twist. So this is gonna help it look really beautiful and also just help it, I think, to just stay in that twist. Now, as you can see, I'm placing the boho hair to where there is a lot on both sides. That way, when I twist it in, it is being twisted deep in there before I pull out one side of the boho hair. And this is so that when I'm finished with the twist and I get to pull it on that boho hair, it's not going to easily slide out. So once I pull the boho hair out, I just continue to twist down, and then if I need to, I'll just add in more of the kinky curly hair, but I don't believe I added anything else. I just went ahead and twisted it as normal at the end, and that is how I did my twist. And like you see, it is not pulling out that strand. So let's get into the takedown. Takedown is so simple, y'all. It's a twist, so just unravel the twist from the bottom. You do not need to cut it. And then if you want to save the hair, you definitely can, because this is human hair. So I love that about this hair, you guys, because it is definitely reusable. When I took everything out, the hair was still in beautiful condition, so that if I wanted to wash it and reuse it, I definitely can. So y'all definitely check out this hair by Hotbraids. I give it a 10 out of 10, and I'll have all the information in the description. Thanks so much for watching my video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.